Hello viewers, so here we are then, starting off on the rally, my first and only run, so there isn't much footage of this, and immediately just trying to find a feeling for the car. Obviously we're using a D-box, that's nice. I'm turning in, that feels okay so far. Understeering a little bit on the braking there, but that's my fault. I'm not pushing too hard. I wanted to keep this a clean run, but just experimenting with the handbrake. Handbrake in the previous version, some of you may know, was sometimes could be a little bit too harsh. You just need the slightest touch of the button because it's digital, obviously. You didn't really always get a feel for it, but here it's nice and narrow, this section of the track. Obviously it's not much wider than the car. I think this is reasonable. I think we need to find a balance between having a super wide track for everybody to play and super narrow for the Richard Burns fans, and it's trying to find a balance between the two. In this regard, I always feel Colin McRae Rally's been the inspiration, and in my opinion that's no bad thing because I always enjoyed Colin McRae. So round these sections, much more twisty. People asking about the vineyards and stuff like that. This is stage 1 of 6, I believe, so no doubt with different scenery on every stage now, there's going to be lots to look forward to, so certainly I think there's going to be lots to explore, and we'll find that on a later video. Either way, you can expect some coverage on the channel, so as we explore some of the rallies on offer. It's a busy year for driving games, certainly. Braking again, the car is affected by gradient changes, so obviously depending on the weight and the balance of the car, you can brake in. You either need the handbrake or you don't. I tried to cut across that junction there, and that was a surprisingly bigger bump than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that, but no damage to the car. Through this section, understeering a bit. I wanted to cut a little bit more there. Again, a cut there, but the car's still understeering slightly, and then that put me offline into that section. So time lost all the way through that section, but obviously this is my first and only go, so just trying to keep it clean at this stage. Listening closely to the co-driver. I've always found his commands to be quite clear. I don't necessarily have a problem with it. You can go into the options and change the timings on those. Also, if you're driving from behind the car, there's actually a field of view option now. You can actually change that in the menu. Hopefully they'll bring something like that for in-car at some point as well. It certainly could be handy for people, especially those with triple screens. And the game does support triple screens as well for those that were curious about that. Pretty slow around that section. I didn't know how the car would go through the slow sections, but I was braking probably a little bit too hard. So again, takes a bit of getting used to, but it was intuitive, wasn't it? I mean, I'm playing here and the car's going roughly where I expect it to go. It feels quite natural. Certainly better every year. If we go 2 years back, WRC 2, I couldn't play it at the wheel at all. I found the game, well, I could play it, but I didn't find it gave me anything. I found it very difficult to drive with. But we go around these final corners now, and that's it for this video of WRC 4 almost. I'll be coming with some more coverage and some previews in the coming weeks, and anything else in terms of screenshots you'll also see bits and pieces on the website as well. And don't forget to jump on the forum on teamvv.com, and I'm always on there saying hello as well. So that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.